Holy smokes, it's still blazes hot here. Trying to get stuff done. Show you what's going on. Still blazes hot here. It's 92, 93. Real feels over 100. We've got at least two more days of this heat, maybe three, and then we get back to our normal 80s and maybe a little more comfortable. Sounds like some rainstorms, which we're going to need after all this heat. It's going to be dry. Anyways, hasn't stopped us here. Definitely has slowed us down, but it hasn't stopped us here. So as you can see, I think I picked up from the last video that we did turn the Jeep around. Boy, got everything tore down in the front. And you may see something missing around here. Yep, that's right. I'm running the frame all the way out the front. So I just did this tonight. I cut all that out last night, and I didn't videotape any of that because it was, like I said, blisteringly hot. So it was cut 10 minutes, chill out in front of this squirrel cage for 10 minutes, cut a little more, rinse and repeat till I got the piece to drop out. So tonight, and then after that, I went and drew up what I wanted, took some measurements, drew up what I was thinking in Fusion, and tonight we kicked it out. So cut this at a compound angle, it's 15 degrees by 5. So it's a full angle of 10 degrees in and 30 degrees up. Same thing here. And I've already checked everything. I am perfectly level to my rail over there. And I'm within 2/10 of a degree vertically. So I'm good here. And then I clamped this piece of 1 inch to the outside of that. And this is a straight piece, or straight enough for what we're doing here anyway. It's not a race car. Measured from here to here, from here to here. Made sure I was parallel, which it is, and everything is currently tacked in place. And what I'm doing here up front is original width from bumper mount to bumper mount was just shy of 33, maybe 32 3/4, 32 7/8. You know, I'm saying if these were bent or not. So I took it as a rough 33. Now I think it's easier just working round numbers. So the frame rails across the middle are 38 inches. So I figured I'd make it 34. So I'm currently measuring from the other bumper mount to the outside here, 33.5. Add another 1/2 inch out there. So it should be 34 inches outside to outside. You can see how much I had to cut out to get the, oops, tripping over my wire here. Tripping over the welding wire. But how much I had to cut out to get the original rail out. Now I cut down the original flange, so that's how much that takes out to do that. So I'm figuring you take it out 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches for those lips. I'm probably gaining about 1 inch, 1.5 inches as well. Just difference in width of the stamped frame to this, but I'm gaining in strength. You know, I don't have to plate it now other than doing some fish plates. I think it makes it much cleaner. You know, plus anyway, the whole front end's got to be reworked. So I mean, axle's getting shoved forward 4 inches, I believe, from stock. You know, the steering box has got to be pushed forward. And I did this with the old one, and it's just a real pain just to hack everything off the original unibody rail. So why not just go ahead and do this? I can build my track bar mount off of here. I can build my coil bucket off of here. I can build my hoop for the shock mount, steering box. It's just much easier. I got a flat plane to work with. So that's what we're going to do. As you can see, it's not taking me too much time here. I mean, with 2 days, I did 2 evenings here. I've got rails in place, at least on this side. So I thing I'm done tonight is I'm just dripping. So, and I haven't had dinner yet, so I gotta stop saying so. That should get this all welded up this week. A couple of nights of doing that, and maybe even tomorrow night get it finished welded. Clean the welds up, draw up some fish plates, get fish plated within maybe Thursday night or so, and then build an engine mount for it, so I can put hold the engine up on this side. And once that's all taken care of and I'm happy with it, I'll lap out the other side probably this weekend and start doing this rail. So taking a little bit of time here, but mainly the thing that's slowing me down is the heat. It is just too hot to be out here. It's hard to film. I got to have that fan running. That helps, at least moving some air. At least makes it tolerable. But when I'm welding, obviously it's got to be off. So I'll be welding a little bit. Weld one or two seams. Turn the fan back on, cool off. Turn the fan back off. Weld another 2 seams, rinse and repeat till I get this thing welded up, and then get the fish plates. So that's gonna be the killer right now is the heat, but hopefully that's supposed to be gone by Wednesday. I'm hoping, because it's been really, really bad, even for us. August we usually get low 90s and some humidity like this, and we get a couple of days, maybe a week in August that's usually this blessed hot. Typically we're staying in the high 80s, so it's 6 of one, half the other. Anyways, we'll pick this up tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That's right. This was fine. Welcome back to the channel. It's weekend once again. Weather's cooled off a little bit. At least it's only in the low 80s versus the high 80s and or low 90s, I should say. And really, really humid. And I can't remember exactly where I left off, but I do have the frame rail done here on the driver's side. It's all welded up other than one piece over here. I got the seam in here yet to do. Just haven't done it yet. You see I've got a tire sitting here approximately where it should be. It's where I want my axle center line. And I had both links in here on jack stands, but one fell down, and I'm not worried about picking it up because I'm getting ready to start on the passenger side, and I'm going to shake the snot out of absolutely everything while I do it. So I've got some tape laid out here. I'm going to cut. And that frees once I undo this bolt. Well, actually, this bolt's fine. Once I do that, that frees this corner. I'll come and I need to cut across the firewall here, up along this seam, and connect to this cut that I make here. And then I need to cut up either side of the rail, coming up this way. I can do this one from this side. It's just too. And I'll do the other one from the inside. Cut across here, obviously, and up. And then I'll get the salsa in to get whatever areas I can't quite reach. Try doing that without busting into my starter. That should be okay. Motor mount's already loose. And that should do it to drop this corner out. Now I'm just going to do little clips and bits and pieces, because it's going to take an hour and a half to lop this thing out of here. So we'll do some cuts, and then I don't know. I'm rambling here. I'm tired. I've been out working in the yard all morning long into the early afternoon. And I'd like to get this thing dropped out today, so tomorrow I can work on getting the rail done. That's the goal for this weekend, is to get these rails in. Oops. And I can start working on getting the front axle in. It is sitting on stands now, and I will need to start lopping the brackets off of it so I can drag it back in here and get her in place so I can figure out what I'm going to do as far as getting the links mounted in. Anyways, get you on the stand here, and we'll start cutting this apron over here. Welcome back. I had to put the camera up and let it recharge. And meanwhile, we got her cut out. Pretty much without incident. Did shake a bit though. I was a little worried. But I'm in the process of double checking all my levels, making sure everything's still square and everything, And I'm good here. So that's where it is. So from here, now it's out. That's what it looks like cut. This was an interesting find. I don't know where the rest of the bolts are. I'm hoping everything looks like everything's okay, like they just got pulled out, but really weird. So I'll fix the mount, so I know that's where it belongs. I thought when we drove this thing, it was shaking like mad. I thought the biscuit was bad, but hell, no, it's just sitting there loose as can be. From here, I need to verify from the back to the front to get my seam correct. Double check. These should have been the same, but verify that first. Get my compound angle cut. We'll get the riser and get the extension out to the front. Get those cut. I'm tired. Oh, I don't know if you can hear in the background. We're thundering again. Uh-oh. I'm caught. There we go. Had to run out and cut the backyard real quick. Get that done. So at least my yard work for the week is finished. We're scattered thunderstorms again. We got Thursday evening. Yeah, it was Thursday evening. 3 inches of rain in 45 minutes. It was a mess around here. All sorts of streets flooded. But it happens around here occasionally. Good old summer thunder brewing around here. Anyway, get this thing verified. And once I do that, you can rejoin you when I start making pieces. Insert several days later here.
2,000 years later.
Welcome back to the channel. It's been a few days. was really hot. My shoulder was kind of sore. Shoulder was a little sore. It's not in great shape. So I took a few days off, let it heal up a little bit. But yesterday, took a half day for the holiday. And I did get the passenger side rail in. This morning I got out early before it got too hot and got the motor mount made. So the motor's sitting on its own. All good there. I got the radiator sort of sitting in here. Trying to figure out how much I need to raise it to get it sitting correctly. So it's sitting 2 inches higher and needs to go up even further. I'm also trying to figure at this point what I'm going to do for the front. There's got to be a good cross member in here. Plus there's got to be a winch mount, steering box, and I need to do a steering box brace for the pinion on the steering box, or the shaft I should say. It says I don't want to break the shaft. And let's see, I'm also going to go ahead and take some advice I've gotten online and just go ahead and skip the track bar and do a double triangulated. The links are more or less where they're going to go. However, they are flipped from the way they were in the blue Jeep. When it was a 3-link, the upper was longer than the lowers, at least on the blue Jeep, and still is. But for this, I'm going to put the longer one on the bottom. So I'll need to make another one. And that's approximately where it's going to land, which is really close to this cross member. So I may do something different there. And then I'm going to bring another kicker. Sorry for all the movement, guys. Like I did here. Come up in here and have a bracket in here. It should be roughly no higher than this floor level, or just slightly above, which is fine, no big deal there. Won't bother anything at all. And what else have I got going? Oh yeah, I'm contemplating maybe I could take some measurements to see if I can move the engine back a little bit. Even at 1 inch, it's worth it, because I just got tacks over there. I did weld this, but it'd be nothing to cut that loose again. And these cross members, it's just all tack welded right now. And that would to allow me to slide it maybe back 1 inch. Because I'll be, 100% disclosure here. I probably should have made this shaft about 1 inch longer. Because this is actually a 231D output. The original one's roughly about here. And what I did was I had this CV bracket on this side of this 2 inch, and I've moved it out here. I've got enough where I could change it, but it'd be easy. I think I can slide the engine back a little bit, and that would solve that problem. I'm not going to put the doubler in. Not for the competition anyway. I may later. There's some question about whether the welded shaft will hold up. And the last thing I want to do is to get all the way down into Tennessee, get halfway up the trail, bust that shaft, because if that shaft breaks, you're done. I have no front axle, no rear axle. And I'd be out of the competition and whatever, because I'm still not really in yet. Don't know when that's going to be decided, so everything's still tentative, but I really would hate getting down there, doing all this, getting in, getting down there, and 30 minutes in, spin the shaft. So we're going to keep it with just a single transfer case for now. Maybe afterwards, bring this home, throw the second box in with that shaft, and it breaks, no big deal, so I can drag it home. And then I'll either have one made or buy one. I think they're only about $200. But I really just did the doubler because I had the extra pieces laying around and something for fun. Also working out here, as you can see, the sun's coming around. So I'm done here for now because it is ungodly hot. I've started working on cutting the brackets off the front axle. Get the weld here, 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 and here. And then this upper mount is fully welded. But that'll get done, if not today or this weekend. The goal is to have that axle underneath the Jeep this weekend. It won't actually want to have anything on it. I just want to get it in place so I can get some measurements and figure out where my coils are going to land, where my brackets are going to land, etc., and truss height. But we're making progress here. I also, oh goodness, forgive all my transportation here. I also got the front tires and rims mounted. I don't have them seated yet because I need to go out. Darn it, I was just out today. I need to pick up some BBs so I can throw some BBs in there. I'm out of BBs. And I brought home the sheet metal to do the floor, which is now exceedingly hot sitting out in the sun right now. But I should have enough there to skin this. And if not, I have about 5 more sheets at the shop. I got all this for free. Many years back, we, was it 08 or 09 when Delco went bankrupt? And I'm in Dayton, Ohio, and we were a very, very big GM town, and all those plants shut down. My boss, the founder of the company I work for, who's now retired and has sold off, is, or was, I guess was a tool and die guy for GM, worked at the rubber plant making engine mounts, transmission mounts, etc. And when that plant closed, we went in there at auction and bought a lot of stuff. That's where I got that, we got that big lathe, that big Model K that I use for, that you saw me doing on the drive shaft stuff. That was his lathe actually when he worked for GM. But we also bought a rack of metal, all sheet stock. And we kept it for a number of years. And after we got sold, bought, other people took over. Actually, his son took over, became president of the company. He went along as part of the sale package. And we rearranged a few things and decided it was in the way. And they scrapped the whole thing. And I just looked at it and was like, could I, if you're just going to scrap it, could I steal some? And they said, oh yeah, sure, take whatever you want. And they allowed me to store it at the shop because they're all 4x10 sheets. Anyways, so that's where we're at right now. I'm going to end this video here as far as the frame rails. And we'll pick up with cutting the brackets on the front axle and figuring out what I'm going to do for tying this front together. But that's where we're at right now. That was Garage. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. We're out.